Okay, I'm going to do video log 9 here concerning the COVID-19 breakout. Haven't done a video in a few days. I had storage issues with my phone, and so I've been transferring data online to free up space on my phone to make more. So there's a lot of info here. So we'll start with the numbers, of course. World deaths are now at 49,163, so just about 50,000. World cases, 961,448, so we'll probably see about a million tomorrow. New York deaths, 2,219, much more since the last video I made. New York cases, again, much more, 83,901, so just about 84,000 there. There are now 45 cases in my county, a couple deaths. 59 are under mandatory quarantine, which basically means they probably have it. So you can take that case number and it's basically over 100. Deaths in the United States. We've had a deadliest day for the past 4 days. It started out, the deadliest day was over 100 people in the U.S. died in a single day. And then the next day was a new one. I think it was 256. And then the next day it was 500 something. The following day it was 860, I think it was. And yesterday was again a deadliest day with 917 deaths in one day in the United States. So we're under the same conditions, just worse numbers. We're still at a stay-at-home order. At this point, over 90% of everybody in the United States is under a stay-at-home order. I think there's one or two states that don't have one. And you are seeing the police start to enforce that now. They're making arrests, they're fining people, they're breaking up crowds where there shouldn't be crowds. These idiots are getting together. So now the police have to get involved. There's no supplies at all anymore. I've been out a couple times. I can't find paper towels, tissues, toilet paper. There's no cleaning supplies, disinfectants. There's no, last time I went out, there's no meats, there's no batteries. There's just nothing anymore. You used to be able to find things here and there, but now there's just nothing. No medical supplies. Week after week, we've been hearing doctors say they only have enough supplies to last till the end of the week. But the government has always stepped in and shipped more out. That they made an announcement yesterday that they've shipped out the last shipment they have. That's it. The national stockpile is gone. Not good news, definitely. There was talk of quarantining New York. The president was looking at it. Obviously, the mayor and citizens were not happy. A lot of scared people. Mayor pissed about it. I guess our mayor and the president spoke that night, and they decided they were not going to do a quarantine. But there are roadblocks. Some states aren't letting in anybody with a New York license plate. There's flights too. If anybody from New York lands in a different state, they take them right there and they quarantine them for 2 weeks. Anybody, and there's other states too. It's anybody that flies out of New York, New Jersey, Michigan, Louisiana, California, you're getting quarantined no matter where you go. So they're starting to talk about possible airline flight bans where if you're in a state, well, nobody has numbers like we do, but basically shutting down flights If you're from New York, you won't be able to fly anywhere. Um, they have morgue trucks now. I don't know if I mentioned that in my last video. There's every hospital in New York has a fleet of these cooler trucks because the morgues are all full, all of them. They sent out like each hospital has like a dozen of these big rig cooler trucks, and they're just loading bodies in these trucks. It's horrible to see. Um, and we're starting to see deaths of not just sick deaths of doctors, nurses, NYPD, the New York Fire Department, and that's what started getting people real scared. You got these first responders and doctors who are now dying. Um, there was talk, and it was actually mentioned again last night, of possibly requiring everybody in the U.S. to wear a mask if they leave their home. I know other countries have done it, like China, a couple others. They say the apex of this thing is going to be in about 2 weeks. Nobody really believes it. Nobody believes it. Which is why they've extended the stay-at-home order until April 30th. So today's April 1st. So we have another month at least of lockdown. But nobody believes the apex can be 2 or 3 weeks because we're still seeing skyrocketing numbers. I mean, we're nowhere near leveling off. We're supposed to see about 100,000 U.S. deaths too, and we're only at like 5,000. I say only. I mean, that's a lot of people, but it's nothing compared to 100,000. Bill Gates produced a chart which says this is going to go through the summer. At least 3 more months, not one. And so people are getting depressed already. Like I've talked to friends, my mom included, who, I mean, we've been on lockdown for so long. No businesses are open. There's no doing anything social. People are they're starting to get depressed. They're starting to lose it. And, I mean, I understand that. But, at first I could tell, like, my mom was, because I live with her and I talk, with her a lot. But now I'm actually having friends telling me that, like, they just can't stand this shit anymore. You turn on news, we got almost 1,000 people dying every day. It's just crazy. And to add to that, they canceled the Olympics. The Olympics were supposed to be this summer. They were canceled. It was the first time they've ever been canceled during a time of peace. I know they were canceled during like World War II, things like that, but and this is, I guess, also the first time they'll be on an odd year. So they're supposed to be this summer 2020. They're going to be next summer 2021. So it'll be the first time ever the Olympic Games have been on an odd year. So that's it. I mean, like I said at the beginning, same horrible conditions, just even more horrible numbers.